I'm standing in my own kitchen at 11:47 p.m., staring at two wine glasses in the sink. One has Cordy's lipstick. The other doesn't. She doesn't drink red wine. Says it gives her migraines. My hands find my phone before my brain catches up. Her location says home. Has said home for 3 hours. I can hear water running upstairs. Our shower. I've been in this kitchen for 4 minutes, maybe 5, doing the math that doesn't math. The bottle is half empty. Open today, based on the cork barely holding its shape on the counter. I take the stairs quietly. Not sneaking. Just quiet. The bathroom door is cracked. Steam billows out. Through the gap, I see her phone on the counter, screen glowing with a notification. Sierra, he's sweet. You were right. Same time Thursday. My wife's name is Cordy. I don't know a Sierra. The water shuts off. I have 3 seconds to decide, confront now or pretend I didn't see. But my body makes the choice, stepping back, then back again, until I'm in our bedroom, sitting on the bed we picked out together, holding my phone with her location, sitting exactly where I'm sitting. She comes out wrapped in my towel. The good one I asked her not to use. Hey baby, she says, smiling that smile I used to think was just for me. You're home early. I'm not. I'm exactly on time. I'm always exactly on time. She's wearing perfume. She never wears perfume after showers. I wait until Thursday. 3 days of watching her move through our apartment like nothing's changed. 3 days of her kissing me goodbye, telling me she loves me, asking what I want for dinner. 3 days of me checking her location obsessively. Therapy at 2 p.m. She's never mentioned therapy. Book club at 7 p.m. What book club? Yoga at 6 a.m. Our yoga mat is in the closet, gathering dust. Thursday, I tell her I have a late meeting. She says okay too quickly. I park 2 blocks from our building at 6:47 p.m. Her location says home. At 7:33 p.m., I watch her leave, not through the front entrance, through the side door residents use for trash. She's wearing a dress I've never seen. Red. She said red washes her out. I follow her to a wine bar in Brooklyn. Expensive. Intimate. The kind of place with a 6-month wait list. Through the window, I see her at a corner table. Across from her, a woman. Mid-30s, blonde, laughing at something Cordy said. They're holding hands across the table. My first thought isn't betrayal. It's, when did she come out? My second thought, why didn't she tell me? Then I see it. The way Cordy touches this woman's wrist. The way she leans in. I've seen this before. This is exactly how she touched me when we first dated. Same rhythm. Same choreography. I'm watching her fall in love with someone else using the same script she used on me. My phone buzzes. Text from Cordy. Meeting running late. Don't wait up. Love you 2 hearts. The emoji makes it worse somehow. I take a photo through the window. My hands are steady. That's what scares me. How steady my hands are. Then Sierra's phone lights up on the table. Cordy glances at it, and her face does something I've never seen before. She looks guilty. But not about me. She's showing Sierra something on her phone now. They're both laughing. Sierra's hand covers her mouth in shock, delight, something. Cordy turns her screen toward the window for just a second as she gestures. I see my face. My Instagram. My photos. They're laughing about me. I don't go home. I sit in my car until 2 a.m., scrolling through everything. Cordy's Instagram is private, but I know her password. We shared them 2 years ago during a radical transparency phase. She hasn't changed it. Why would she? I never check. I check now. There's a close friends list I'm not on. 43 people I am not. The stories there go back months. Photos of Sierra. Coffee dates, museum visits, weekend trips upstate I thought were work retreats. Comments from mutual friends. Our mutual friends with heart emojis. So happy for you. You deserve this. Everyone knew. Everyone but me. I find their anniversary post. 6 months ago. Same day Cordy told me she needed space to figure herself out. I gave her space. I'm understanding like that. I'm always understanding. There's a photo from last month. Cordy wearing the necklace I bought her for our 3rd anniversary. Caption: She really gets me, Sierra commented, because I actually listen face blowing a kiss. I'm sitting in a parking garage, and I can't remember driving here. Can't remember the last hour. My chest feels compressed, like I'm 30 feet underwater. I call my best friend Dev. It rings once before I hang up. He's in those close friend stories. He knew. He's been to our apartment for dinner 12 times since this started, and he knew. I open my email. Search Sierra. Nothing. Search therapy. Cordy's calendar syncs to mine. Every Thursday at 2 p.m. labeled Dr. Morrison. I call the number listed. Voicemail. You've reached Park Slope Wellness Center. I call back. Press 0. Night service answers. Hi, I'm checking if my wife has an appointment tomorrow. Cordy Chin. Pause. Keyboard clicks. We don't have anyone by that name in our system. Can you check again? Thursdays at 2 p.m. Sir, I've checked. We have no patient named Cordy Chen. 6 months of Thursday therapy sessions that never existed. I throw up in the parking garage. Nothing comes up but bile and the protein bar I ate at lunch, which feels like 17 years ago. My phone buzzes. Cordy, just got home. Where are you? Getting worried. Then, babe, your location is off. Turn it on, please. I watch the texts come in, one after another. Each one proof she's tracking me the same way I tracked her. How long has she been checking? How many times did I almost catch her, and she course-corrected just in time? The parking garage is empty except for me and the fluorescent lights buzzing overhead. I can hear my heartbeat in my ears. I can taste copper. I text back. Phone died. Staying at the office. Big deadline. She responds immediately. Okay, don't work too hard. Love you, 2 hearts. Same emoji. Always the same emoji. I screenshot everything. Every story. Every comment. Every location check-in at places I've never heard of. I download our shared bank statements. The wine bar, $347 2 weeks ago. Marked as team dinner in our budget app. Hotel upstate, $680 last month. She told me it was a solo writing retreat. Couples cooking class, $290. I remember that Saturday. She said she was helping her sister move. Her sister lives in Toronto. Has lived in Toronto for 8 years. I sit there until sunrise, building a timeline. Not because I need proof, I have proof. Because I need to understand when I became someone I don't recognize. Someone who checks their wife's location at 2 a.m. Someone who sits in parking garages cataloging lies. When did I stop being enough? I go home at 6 a.m. Cordy's still asleep. I make coffee. Sit at our kitchen table. Wait. She comes down at 7:15, hair wet, wearing my Columbia t-shirt. She's worn my clothes our entire relationship. I used to love it. You look tired, she says, kissing my forehead. Coffee's perfect, thank you. I didn't make hers. She's holding my cup. Cordy. My voice sounds far away. Who's Sierra? She freezes. Just for a second. Then recovers so smoothly, I almost doubt what I saw. Sierra? From book club. Why? What book are you reading? What? She laughs. Confused. Innocent. The Vanishing Half. Why are you being weird? You finished that in March. Something flickers across her face. We're rereading it. Group decision. I open my phone. Pull up the photo. From Thursday. Her and Sierra at the wine bar, hands intertwined, laughing at my Instagram. The color drains from her face. Let me explain. How long? It's not what you. How long, Cordy? She sits down. Won't look at me. 8 months. 8 months. Not 6 like the Instagram post. 8. Our anniversary. I say slowly. You cried during dinner. Said you were overwhelmed by how much you loved me. I did love you. Did. That was 10 months ago. She closes her eyes. I know. So, you're already. I can't finish the sentence. I met her at a work conference. It just happened. I didn't mean for it to. 8 months isn't just happened. 8 months is a choice you made every single day. I was confused. I didn't know I liked women until. Don't. My voice cracks. Don't make this about discovery. You lied. Every day. Every I love you. Every time you checked my location to make sure I wasn't coming home early. Every time you made me feel crazy for asking if something was wrong. She's crying now. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know how to tell you. I pull up her close friend stories. 43 people who weren't me. Dev knew. Your coworkers knew. Your fucking hairdresser knew. You told everyone but me. I was going to tell you.
When?
After the lease was up? After you moved in with her? When, Cordy? She doesn't answer. I open our shared bank account on my laptop. Turn it toward her. Explain the hotel charges. The restaurants. The couple's cooking class you said was your sister's moving expenses. Her face goes white. You went through our accounts? You went through my life. You made me an extra in my own marriage while everyone watched and said nothing. It wasn't like that. Then what was it like? Explain the therapy appointments that don't exist. Explain why you needed me to think you were working on yourself while you were actually. I stop. A thought hits me like cold water. The therapist excuse. That started 8 months ago. Same time as Sierra. She nods miserably. So from day one, your first instinct was to lie to me. Not to tell me you were questioning things, not to be honest, but to create an entire fake infrastructure of deception. I was scared. Of what? Of me? What did I ever do that made you think I wouldn't? Then I see it. Her phone on the table. A notification lights up the screen. Sierra. Is he there? Do you need me to call? My blood goes cold. She knows I found out. You texted her. I needed to talk to someone. You needed. I laugh. It sounds unhinged. I'm sitting here finding out my marriage is a lie, and you're texting your girlfriend for emotional support. She's not, we're not. Don't you dare. I stand up. I saw you. Thursday. Holding hands. Wearing my anniversary gift for her. Laughing at my photos. Cordy's face crumbles. We weren't laughing at you. Then what were you laughing at? Silence. What were you laughing at, Cordy? Her voice is barely a whisper. You posted a photo of the dinner I supposedly missed because of therapy. You captioned it missing my person, but proud of her for doing the work. The room tilts. We thought it was sweet. How you just believed everything. How I just believed everything. I trusted my wife. And that's funny to them. Get out. What?
Get out. Go to Sierra's.
Go to book club. Go to therapy. I don't care. But get out of my sight. This is my apartment too, that you paid for with my money while pretending to love me. Get out, or I'm calling your mother right now and telling her everything. Cordy's face goes pale. Her parents are traditional. Catholic. She's been terrified of disappointing them her entire life. She knows I'll do it. She leaves. I sit in the empty apartment, surrounded by evidence of a life that never existed the way I thought it did. My phone buzzes. Dev. Bro. Cordy just called me crying. What happened? I block his number. Then I block 12 more people who commented on those stories. People who came to our home, ate our food, looked me in the eye, and said nothing. I'm not sad anymore. I'm something else entirely. For 3 days, I do nothing. I call in sick. I sit in the apartment. I don't shower. I eat crackers standing at the counter. I sleep on the couch because our bed smells like her perfume. On day 4, I open my laptop. I'm a data analyst. Pattern recognition is what I do. I've spent 6 years optimizing systems, finding inefficiencies, predicting outcomes. I've never applied those skills to my own life before. I start a spreadsheet. Column A, the lie. Column B, who knew? Column C, evidence. Column D, impact. It takes me 11 hours. When I'm done, I have 127 entries. 127 documented lies over 8 months. That's more than one Every other day. The therapy sessions. The work trips. The girls' nights that were dates. The sick days that were romantic getaways. The family emergencies that were anniversaries with someone else. But it's column B that fascinates me. 17 people knew. 17 people I trusted, who came to our home, who accepted my hospitality, who watched me play the fool. Dev knew from month 2. Cordy told him at a bar, swore him to secrecy. He's been lying to my face for 6 months. Her coworker Jen knew from the beginning. Helped cover. Created the work conference alibi. My colleague Byron knew. He and Dev are friends.
They talked about it. About me.
About how oblivious I was. I find something else in the bank records. Cordy's been transferring money. Small amounts. $200 here, $150 there. To a separate account I'm not on. Over 8 months, she's moved $18,000 of our shared money into an account she opened the week she met Sierra. She's been planning her exit since the beginning. I get a text from Cordy. Can we please talk? I'm staying at Sierra's. I need to get some things from the apartment. I don't respond. I request our phone records from Verizon. Takes 2 days to arrive. I map them against her calendar, her location data, her stories. The pattern is surgical. She never called Sierra when my location showed home. Never texted during times we usually spent together. She studied my schedule, my habits, my routines. She optimized her deception the way I optimize databases. She used my own predictability against me. I find her journal in her nightstand. I've never read it before. Privacy, respect, all that. I read it now. March 15th. Told him I needed space to find myself. He just hugged me and said he'd support anything I needed. God, he makes this so easy. April 3rd. Sierra asked if I felt guilty. I do, but not enough to stop. Is that terrible? He's a good person. But good isn't enough anymore. Good is boring. May 20th. He bought me a necklace for our anniversary. Sierra loved it. Wore it to her place tonight. There's something darkly funny about that. He works so hard to make me happy, and I just am with her, without trying. June 8th. Dev said I should just tell him. But then he'd be hurt, and I'd be the villain, and Mom would disown me. This way, I can let him find out naturally. Maybe he'll meet someone at work. Then I'm not the bad guy. Just 2 people who grew apart. She was waiting for me to cheat, to leave first, so she could be the victim. I closed the journal. My hands aren't shaking anymore. I spend the next week doing research. Not revenge research. Something else. I learned that our lease is in both names, but I've paid 80% of expenses for 3 years while she focused on her writing career. The career that produced one Medium article. I learned that the $18,000 she moved, that's marital property, community funds, financial infidelity. I learned that New York is a no-fault divorce state, but financial documentation matters for asset division. I learned that every couples therapist within a 15-mile radius costs $200 to $300 per session. Cordy's fake therapy sessions? She billed them at $275 per session. Every Thursday for 6 months. She pocketed $6,600 from our joint account by pretending to work on our marriage. I make a phone call. My college roommate, Jordan, is a family law attorney. I need a consultation, I tell her. Not for divorce yet. For documentation. What happened? I tell her everything. She's quiet for a long time. How vindictive do you want to be? She finally asks. I don't want vindictive. I want accurate. I want everyone who lied to see exactly what their silence cost. I can work with that. Another call. To my landlord. I need to know the process for removing someone from a lease. Another. To HR. If I needed to transfer to another office, how quickly could that happen? Another. To my bank. I need to separate my accounts. I'm not falling apart anymore. I'm building something. Cordy texts, I'm coming by tomorrow at 2 to get my things.
Please don't be there.
I can't do this if you're there. I text back, okay. I'll be there. I have questions. And this time, I'm going to ask them with a witness on recording because I'm done being the person who just believes everything. I'm sitting at the kitchen table when she arrives. Not at 2 p.m. At 1:47 p.m., she's early, probably hoping to avoid me despite my okay. Jordan is with me. Professional blazer, laptop open, legal pad ready. Cordy freezes in the doorway. What is this? This is a conversation. With documentation. Sit down. I don't have to. You don't, Jordan says pleasantly. But your lease violation notice was filed this morning, and the restraining order for financial abuse is being prepared. So sitting might be in your interest. Cordy's face goes white. Financial abuse? Are you insane? I slide a folder across the table. That's $6,600 in fake therapy bills. $18,000 transferred to a secret account. $12,000 in expenses you classified as business or family emergency that were actually dates with Sierra. I'm a data analyst, Cordy. This is what I do. She sits. I have one question, I say. And if you lie, I send everything I found to your mother, your boss, and every single person who knew and said nothing. You can't. Who approached who? You or Sierra? Cordy's quiet for a long time. Then, she did. Something in my chest cracks. She knew about me? Yes. And she pursued you anyway. Cordy won't meet my eyes. She said people like you always land on their feet. That I deserved to be happy. People like me. Guys who you're stable. Responsible. You'll be fine. I laugh. It sounds wrong. Sierra decided I'd be fine. So my marriage was disposable. It's not like that. Did you love me? Ever? Cordy's crying now. I thought I did. When we met, I thought I did. When did you stop? I don't know.
Somewhere in year 2.
You were always so there. So present. So suffocating in your goodness. I made you feel guilty for being a bad person, so I became the problem. She flinches. Jordan makes a note. The journal entry, I say. May 20th. You wrote that good is boring. Do you know what I was doing that day? Cordy shakes her head. I was at the hospital with your father while he got his biopsy results. You said you couldn't handle medical stuff, so I went. Sat with him for 4 hours. Held his hand when they said it was benign. Then came home, and you were wearing the necklace I bought you, getting ready to see Sierra, and I felt lucky. Lucky to have you.
Cordy's sobbing now.
Did you tell Sierra where that necklace came from? Yes. And she didn't care. She said it was just jewelry. I pull out my phone. Open a recording app. I need you to say the following on record. You had an 8-month affair. You stole $36,600 from our joint accounts. You enlisted 17 people to help you lie. And you did it because I was boring. I'm not saying that. Then I'm filing a civil suit for financial fraud. New York allows it in cases of economic coercion during cohabitation. Jordan nods. We have 12 lawyers ready to take this pro bono. Data analyst proves systemic financial abuse? That's law review material. Cordy looks between us.
Trapped.
She says it. All of it. On record. When she's done, I turn off the recording. You can get your things. You have 1 hour. Jordan will supervise. I'll be downstairs. Where will I go? You have $18,000 and a girlfriend. Figure it out. I stand up. At the door, I turn back. One more thing. Everyone who knew, Dev, Jen, Byron, all of them, I documented every interaction where they lied to me. Every dinner where they watched me be oblivious. Every time they commented on your stories while sitting in my home. What are you going to do? Nothing. I'm going to do exactly nothing. Because in 3 days, our mutual friend Alexis is getting married. You're the maid of honor. I'm supposed to be there. And you're going to have to stand up in front of everyone we know and give a speech about love and loyalty. Her face crumbles. You're still going? I RSVP'd yes. I bought a gift. I'm going. Everyone will know. Everyone already knows. They've known for 8 months. I'm the only one who is kept in the dark. I leave her there, crying at the kitchen table. Downstairs, I sit in my car. My phone buzzes. Unknown number. This is Sierra. We should talk. I stare at the message for a long time. Then I type. You're right. We should. Alexis's wedding.
Saturday.
I'll save you a seat next to all the people who helped you destroy my marriage. Should be fun. I hit send. Then I block the number. I'm not going to that wedding for revenge. I'm going because I'm done hiding. Done making other people comfortable with their own cruelty. They wanted me to be the good guy who quietly disappears. I'm going to be the good guy who stays, who shows up, who makes them look at what they did. My phone rings. Jordan. She took her clothes and left. Didn't take the necklace. Left it on the counter.
Good.
You okay?
No.
But I will be. I drive to the jewelry store where I bought that necklace. The owner remembers me. I spent 2 weeks choosing the perfect piece. I need to return this. He examines it. Store credit only, I'm afraid. That's fine. I'd like to use the credit for something else. What are you looking for? I think about the apartment. Empty now.
Quiet.
Mine. A watch. Something that reminds me what time really costs. He shows me a vintage piece. Simple.
Honest.
No hidden complications. This one, I say. I wear it out of the store. It's 4:17 p.m. The rest of my life starts now. Act 7, The Reckoning. The wedding is in 3 days, and I spend them becoming someone new. Not better. Not healed. Just sharper. I get a haircut. Buy a new suit. Not because I want to look good, because I want to look like I'm fine. There's a difference. Friday night, Dev texts. Heard you're still coming tomorrow.
Don't make a scene, man.
It's Alexis's day. I don't respond. Saturday arrives. The venue is a converted warehouse in Brooklyn. Exposed brick, string lights, the kind of place that costs $80,000 and pretends to be humble. I arrive exactly on time. Sign the guest book. My handwriting is steady. I see them as soon as I enter. Cordy in her maid of honor dress, sage green, elegant. She looks beautiful. She always looks beautiful. That was never the problem. Sierra is next to her. Of course she is. Cordy brought her date to a wedding where her husband is a guest. Dev spots me. Walks over. Hey man. Listen. How much did she pay you? What?
Cordy.
For 6 months of lying. What was it worth to you? His face reddens. It wasn't like that. She was my friend. I was your friend. For 12 years. She's known you for 3. I didn't want you to get hurt. So you let me get hurt for 6 more months instead. That's not protection, Dev. That's cowardice. I walk past him. The ceremony is beautiful. Alexis and her fiancé wrote their own vows. Words about honesty, trust, choosing each other every day. I watch Cordy cry. Real tears. She's moved by vows about faithfulness while sitting next to the woman she cheated with. The irony is so thick I can taste it.
Reception. Dinner.
I'm seated at table 7 with people I don't know well, Alexis's college friends. They're kind. They don't know my story. I watch table 3. Cordy, Sierra, Dev, Jen, Byron. The whole crew. They keep glancing at me. Nervous. Waiting. Speeches begin. Best man goes first. Funny story about the couple meeting. Everyone laughs. Then it's Cordy's turn. She walks to the microphone. Adjusts it. Her hands are shaking. Alexis and I met freshman year, she starts. She taught me what real friendship looks like. What loyalty means. What it means to show up for someone, even when it's hard. I take a sip of water. Don't react. Love isn't just the easy moments, Cordy continues, voice wavering. It's choosing someone when choosing them costs you something. It's telling the truth even when the truth is ugly. She stops.
Looks at me.
I look back. Steady.
Calm.
She loses her place in her notes. I'm sorry, Alexis is watching her, concerned. Cordy starts crying. I'm sorry. I can't. She walks away from the microphone. The room is silent. Alexis gets up, hugs her. whispers something, takes the microphone herself. Cordy's been going through a tough time. Let's give her some grace. She raises her glass. To love. The real kind. The kind that survives. Everyone drinks. I don't. After dinner, I find Alexis by the bar. Congratulations. Your vows were beautiful. Thank you for coming, she says quietly. I know. I know. You knew too. She winces. Cordy told me last month. Made me promise not to say anything. I'm so sorry. I wanted to tell you. But you didn't. I didn't want to betray her confidence. Just mine. Alexis looks at her champagne. That's fair. Did she tell you about the money? What money? I pull up my phone.
Show her the spreadsheet.
The fake therapy. The secret account. The systematic theft. Alexis goes pale. I didn't know. She said she said she fell in love with someone else. That it was complicated. It's not complicated. It's theft and fraud with 17 accomplices. 17? Everyone who knew and helped her lie. Every fake alibi. Every covered shift. Every person who saw me at dinner parties and said nothing while she was with Sierra. Alexis sets down her glass. What are you going to do? Nothing. I'm going to do absolutely nothing. And that's going to be the worst part. I leave her there, confused. I find Sierra outside, smoking. She sees me and tenses. I'm not going to yell. I say. I just want to know one thing. Okay. You knew about me from the start. You pursued her anyway. Why? Sierra takes a drag. Honestly, preferably, because she wanted to be pursued. And you seemed comfortable, like you'd survive. Comfortable. You had a nice apartment.
Good job.
Routine. You seemed settled. So, I deserve to be betrayed because my life was stable? That's not what she stops.
Yeah.
I guess that is what I meant. Do you love her? Sierra looks surprised. I do, actually. Good. Because in about 6 months, when you're comfortable and settled and routine, I hope you remember this conversation. When she gets bored with you too. I walk back inside. The dancing has started. Cordy is sitting alone at her table, mascara smudged, watching couples spin. I don't approach her. I don't need to. I stay for 2 more hours. I dance with Alexis's grandmother. I laugh at the best man's jokes. I eat cake. I act like a person whose life isn't shattered. Because that's the real revenge, showing them I'm not destroyed. At 11 p.m., I leave. As I walk to my car, I hear footsteps behind me.
Cordy. Wait.
Please. I turn. I'm sorry, she says. For all of it. For the lying, the money, everything. Okay. That's it? Just okay? What do you want me to say, Cordy? That I forgive you? That I understand? I don't. I probably never will. I never meant to hurt you. You meant to lie. You meant to steal. You meant to make me look stupid in front of everyone we know. The hurt was inevitable. You just didn't care enough to stop. That's not fair. You're right. It's not fair. Nothing about this is fair. But it's true. She's crying again. I loved you. In my way, I did. Your way destroyed me. So maybe your way isn't love. Maybe it's just selfishness with better PR. I unlock my car. Are you going to ruin my life? She asks quietly.
No.
You're going to do that yourself. In 6 months, or a year or 2, you're going to get bored with Sierra the way you got bored with me. And she's going to leave. And you're going to be alone. And you're going to remember this moment and realize that boring was actually stable. That suffocating goodness was actually love. And no one is going to believe you when you try to apologize because they all watched you do this to me. I get in my car. I hope you find someone who makes you happy, she says. I already did, I say. Then I lost 8 months watching her leave in slow motion while everyone I trusted looked away. So maybe happiness isn't the goal anymore. Maybe the goal is just not being lied to. I drive home. The apartment is quiet. Empty. Mine. I take off the new watch. Look at it. 4:17 p.m., the time I bought it. The time I decided to stop making other people's comfort my responsibility. I put the watch on my nightstand. Tomorrow I'll wear it. Every day I'll wear it. A reminder that time costs something. That trust costs something.
That I cost something.
My phone buzzes. Jordan, how'd it go? Me, I survived. Jordan, that's enough for today. She's right. I pour myself the expensive whiskey Cordy said was too peaty. I never bought it again after that. Tonight, I do. It tastes perfect. I sit on the couch, my couch in my apartment in my life, and I feel something I haven't felt in 8 months. Not happiness. Not peace. Relief. The not knowing is over. The wondering if I'm crazy is over. The making excuses for her distance is over. I don't have to pretend anymore. And in the morning, I'm going to wake up and build a life where boring isn't an insult. Where stability isn't something to apologize for. Where being good to people isn't evidence of weakness. I'm going to find people who protect the trust one give them instead of weaponizing it. I'm going to become someone who doesn't give 17 chances to 17 people who never deserved one. I didn't win today, but I didn't lose myself either. And tomorrow, I start figuring out who I am when I'm not busy being what someone else needed. The apartment is quiet. For the first time in 8 months, it feels like peace instead of emptiness. Some people aren't villains. They're just weak. And that costs you the same either way.
Hi.
Thanks for watching to the end. Kindly hit the like button if this story hit you in the chest. Subscribe because the next one will too. Share it with someone who's questioning their reality right now. They need this more than you know. Don't just watch. Participate in their healing.